Freaks. They provide us as a society with so much pleasure, but if you attract the wrong one, your life is going to be over. Here's the 10 types of freaks you need to avoid. Now guys, the very first freak we'll be exposing in this video is the low-key freak. Now, you're not going to see this coming whatsoever. This woman will be the most innocent looking woman. She'll be the most pure looking woman. But guys, guess what? She's the one racking up the most bodies at the school, the workplace, the church, everywhere, bro. The low-key freak is dangerous because this type of woman, she will literally break up a family, and you're not even gonna see it coming. She will break up a family, break up a happy home. You will not see that coming whatsoever. Be careful of the low-key freak. There's some women out here who are open with their sexuality.
When I was 19 years old, I was getting over a breakup, and this dude invited me to a sex party, and it was just this like sex club in like Sherman Oaks, and it was an orgy with like a bunch of strangers, and it was awesome. So
freaky side of things, we've got to realize not every single woman is like that. Some women are more closed off when it comes to their freaky side, and it's for you to mess around and find out. So first thing first off the bat, be careful of the low-key freak, fellas. Now guys, the second type of freak we're going to be exposing is the religious freak. Now real quick story time. It's literally going to be quick as fuck. I was dealing with this one woman, and she went to Bible study and everything. Like, she was religious, she was going to church. Long story short, we ended up getting down to it, and once we finished, she kind of lifted up the bed sheets and she forgot to put the Bible in the drawer, and we was doing the thing on the, Lord forgive me for my sins, and for real though, I'm not proud of that, but you know, it happened, bro. It happened, and that one there taught me a lesson. These religious women, they're freaks, bro. She was so freaky, she ended up doing the deed on top of the Bible, bro. Like, come on now, bro. That's crazy, bro. So the religious freak, she's gonna be doing all that holy stuff, and you've got to realize, more time, the reason she's even in the church is because she was hoeing in the street so much to the point where she needed the exorcism, basically. That's why she went to the church. So the religious freak, be careful. The complete opposite of the religious freak, we've got the... Now guys, I know I'm dressed like I'm going to a funeral, but there's actually good news, not bad news. I'm going to be doing a giveaway to show some appreciation to all the loyal supporters who've been supporting me from the beginning, and the guys who are new. I want to show you guys a token of my appreciation. Now guys, all you need to do to enter the giveaway is check the description down below and subscribe to my free newsletter. Now guys, once you subscribe to my free newsletter, you'll receive free weekly value when it comes to health, wealth, women, and fashion. I'm talking in the finance department. We'll be talking about trading, crypto, and business strategies. Current trends when it comes to style and fashion for men. Live one-on-one interactions with women.
I'm not gonna lie, I seen your quote, but I seen the layout, I can't lie.
Bombastic side eye.
And health and wellness. Now guys, once you subscribe to the newsletter, you'll be entered into a giveaway to win a free consultation and a free t-shirt from the Fashion Finesse clothing brand that will be coming soon. So guys, make sure to subscribe to the newsletter down below to be entered into the giveaway. Now guys, that's not everything. I've also completely revamped my Patreon, so I made it specific to what you need. So there's a bronze tier, silver tier, gold tier. There's a tier for how to become a male model. There's a tier for handsome men specifically. There's a tier for everybody. Now guys, I've also set up a consultation service to where you guys can access me quite easily, and we can get a one-on-one consultation going smoothly. So guys, once again, I appreciate every single one of you for all the support you've shown Fashion Finesse. Let's keep growing, let's keep building, and let's get back to the video. Demonic freak. You've got to be careful when it comes to the demonic freak. Now, these women usually do present themselves with black type of clothing, black lipstick, the gothic type of look. But you've got to be careful when sleeping with these type of women, because you just might take her, she just might not be here no more, because those type of women, when they're having sex and stuff like that, bro, the type of realms that they're diving into when they're having the type of stuff they want you to do, that's kind of crazy. You know, you just might find yourself in a weird situation. So the demonic freak, she's usually very depressed, and that will be represented through the sex that she has, because her being depressed, she's gonna want you to do certain type of things. Like, it can get real weird dealing with the demonic freak. So guys, be careful when dealing with the demonic freak. But good news, she usually is presenting herself as a demon. So it's on you if you want to still make that mistake. Up next, we have the father freak. Hold up, the father freak. This has nothing to do with dudes, guys. This is the type of woman that will sleep with your father if you leave her around your father for long enough. These type of women, they can't control themselves whatsoever, and it's like they have a kink for sleeping with the guy that they're dealing with, his father. It's like they have a kink for sleeping with his father. That's completely that's a weird fetish, but I just want you to be aware. With certain type of woman, if you bring them to a family function, let's say you come from a handsome lineage of men, if she's around your father and he looks a certain type of way, you know, your daddy's got the grown man muscles, you've got to realize she probably is gonna get smashed by your father and not say anything about it. And I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Some of you guys, your father's gonna be grimy. He's just gonna smash her, bro. He's not gonna tell you anything. He's just gonna smash her, and he's gonna be looking at you like you're goofy. Like, what did I raise you to do, bro? I really raised you to be out here cuffing thoughts. He's gonna smash her just to teach you a lesson. The next type of freak is the uncontrollable freak. Now, these type of freaks, it usually stems from a problem or something from childhood. It's to the point where they can't control themselves. It's like a nymph. They can't control themselves. Any type of situation, let's say they get a promotion, they gotta go do some freak stuff. Let's say they lose their job. If they're not looking for a job on Indeed, they're gonna go look for some freak stuff to get into. These type of women, they just can't control it. Let's say she's out and about and she's really in that mood. She's gonna go do some freak stuff. Yes, there's no boundaries, no nothing with these type of women. That is uncontrollable to them. It's like a lustful spirit just exists within them to where they've just got to constantly be doing freak stuff. Constantly be doing freak stuff. And you do find a lot of these women in the sex industry where people are just gonna profit off of them. They're gonna profit off of the fact that she can't control herself. She just want to sleep here, sleep here, sleep here. They're just gonna put a price tag on her. That's just the way stuff goes out here. That a lot of the times these type of uncontrollable freaks, they're in the sex industry. The next type of freak is the ratchet freak. You can find this type of freak in your local ghettos, in your local hoods, all around the world. This could be the UK. You're gonna find your ratchet freaks, you know, specifically in areas like South London. In America, you're gonna find your ratchet freaks in cities like Atlanta, in states like Georgia. So you'll find your freaks everywhere. It doesn't matter the location. The ratchet freaks, they're gonna be in the hoods, in the ghettos, all over the world. And these type of women, they really grew up in ratchet environments where that type of stuff was going on. You know, kids getting into it early. You know, a lot of times in these low income environments, they don't do nothing but have sex. So it is what it is. You can't really be too hard on a ratchet freak. She just grew up in an environment where it was low income, so all there was to do was to just sleep around. So the ratchet freak has seen her elders doing the whole stuff, so she has followed in her elders' ways. Now guys, this type of freak here, you need to be kind of careful when dealing with this one. This is the spiritual freak. Now, one thing I'll tell you from dealing with spiritual chicks myself, they're very sexual creatures. Even outside of the actual act of sex, they still exude a lot of sexual energy. Spiritual woman, I don't know if this is the ayahuasca, I don't know if it's a spiritual retreat they went to, but they're very sexual and they're quick to let you know about it also. When dealing with spiritual chicks, they'll actually ask you, what are your kinks? What turns you on? Is there anything that, you know? So if you've got some P. Diddy type of, if you're on that type of stuff and you want to, the spiritual women are the best women to be trying out those kinks and stuff with. They have no judgment whatsoever. Spiritual women are very sexual women. So it does kind of make them not so good when it comes in the loyalty department. So you probably don't want a relationship with these type of chicks over there talking about you cheated because of the star signs. This next freak I'm about to talk about here, the domestic freak. Now this freak here, bro, she wants to sleep with you right after getting into a fight, bro. This type of woman here, she can't even get sexually aroused without throwing the fade first. Like, these type of women here, they're so masculine. Like, they need to fully get into a fight with you. And that's when I realized, like, you probably shouldn't, you do need to vet a woman to a certain extent before just sleeping with her, because I used to just be sleeping with them, and then I realized, like, this woman here, one of the women I was dealing with, she's real toxic. Like, she just wants to fight. But I'm already knowing how this is gonna go, because if you start play fighting with them, eventually it's gonna turn into, yeah, I was a victim. I didn't want to play fight with him. You know, so you gotta be careful with these type of women. The domestic freak, bro, she's gonna want to beat you up before sleeping with you, bro. I don't know what type of stuff that is. I don't know how that turns the bud. But the domestic freak, they want to get into fights and then they're gonna have some makeup sex. It's very weird. It's crazy. It's weird. Now, fellas, we're gonna get a bit more serious for this one here. The traumatized freak. Now, guys, this woman here, she just has sex due to trauma. Like, maybe it's abandonment issues. Maybe it's a certain type of way she feels about her father. Maybe it's men treating her bad in the past. This type of woman, she just sleeps around because of her trauma. Like, she just sleeps. And I'm not saying this is an excuse to be sleeping around. You definitely don't want to be just sleeping around because of your trauma. Like, a lot of people have been through trauma and they choose not to open their legs and have the whole city, you know, experimenting in their guts. So I'm not saying it's an excuse whatsoever, but there is women out here who, because of their trauma, they just go around sleeping around. So they might be at some sex parties, they might be getting trains run on them. These type of women, they're angry at something that happened in their childhood or a parent, etc. They're angry about these things. So instead of expressing their anger in a healthy way, they just go around sleeping with men, basically, and they get encouraged by all the things we see in today's society. Now, guys, out of all the freaks I've mentioned in the video, this one is probably the one you literally want to avoid the most, and this is the sick freak. Now, the sick freak, this type of woman is the type of woman that has probably turned a lot of men out. This type of woman has probably introduced a lot of men to very weird kinks that they would have never been into if it wasn't for this type of woman. Guys, there's women out there who you will meet, you just want to smash them, have fun, etc. But there's women out here who you will meet and they will put you onto some weird kinks, weird fetishes, introduce you to weird people who are also into weird kinks, weird fetishes. We ain't judging, we ain't kink shaming over here. I ain't fetish shaming, but there's some stuff that you would not be into whatsoever, and then you meet certain women, they're gonna put you onto some weird stuff, and you're gonna be out here doing weird stuff. So with that freak stuff, guys, enjoy yourself, do your thing, but be careful when it comes to the freak side of things, because you're gonna end up getting into weird fetishes, and you're gonna look back and be like, bro, I was never into this type of stuff before I met this woman. Be careful. Now, guys, I appreciate all of you for watching this video. If you stayed to the end and you want to know more about these freaks, make sure to check out this video about the sexual underworld.